Like the rest of the Tigers, the S heads to 2022 with some good updates, most of which are found inside. The reworked center console uses a flat, backlit design similar to the one on the Cayenne and Panamera, and certainly helps to keep the Tiger looking fresh. Sitting above that is a 10.9-inch touchscreen running Porsche's communication management infotainment system, but sadly the older analog gauge cluster from the Macan remains. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. A word about PCM. 2022 the Macan doesn't have Porsche's latest system, as you'll find on the 911 and Taycan. In contrast, the Macan uses slightly older software, although this infotainment interface continues to get high marks for its crisp display and quick response to taps and swipes. The biggest problem with the latest generation of PCM technology is the rather complicated menu structure and the lack of Android Auto. But at least wireless Apple CarPlay is included. Switch to iPhone, I guess. The Macan S has some standard amenities more than a basic car, such as 8-way front seats, heated seats, 4 USB-C ports, 2 per row, and a 10-speaker sound system. However, I'd be remiss not to mention that all the good stuff comes at an extra cost, including lots of driver assist technology. Sure, parking assistance and lane departure alerts are standard, but things like adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring really should be on the list too. Luckily, what the Tigers lack in driver assistance more than makes up for driver involvement. The S is powered by the same 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 engine as the Macan GTS, but lowered slightly to produce 375 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. Low-end thrust comes strong from just 1,850 revolutions per minute, allowing this all-wheel drive SUV to accelerate to 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. That's with the Sport Chrono option checked, FYI, which also unlocks different driving modes and Porsche's awesome push-to-pass sport response button on the steering wheel. Like the GTS, the Macan S has a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, and fits perfectly into a V6 engine. Left to its own devices, the DCT shifts quickly and smoothly, and is very responsive to input from the steering wheel-mounted paddles, if it wants to take matters into its own, literally. The all-wheel drive system has a strong rear bias, and optional torque vector technology provides better power delivery during cornering. Good steering is the hallmark of all Porsche products, and the Macan's well-weighted, small-diameter wheels are a joy to ride through tight changes. Even at slower speeds in the city, able to pass through traffic with ease, steering offers a lot of communication about what is happening on the road surface in real time. The S comes standard with 20-inch wheels, and many new designs are available, but the car tested here rides on the 21s, shod in super-duper sticky summer tires for maximum grip. The Macan S is much closer to the GTS than the base model in terms of on-road performance. Pitch, dive and roll are practically non-existent, but the adaptive dampers happily provide a supple ride quality when slowing down the freeway. The Macan S feels more like a tall hot hatch than a compact SUV, and it's the kind of sporty crossover I want to drive every day. The Macan is also very functional, with 17.6 cubic feet of space behind the rear seat, or 52.9 cubic feet when folding the rear seats flat. It's also rated to pull over 4,400 pounds, which is enough for some jet skis or, say, a light trailer and a spec Miata race car. And considering the biggest differences are a slight drop in power and a slightly softer suspension tone, it seems to me this is a smarter buy. Just don't go too crazy with the choices, you guys. The test car pictured here is loaded to the gills, and it's absolutely ridiculous to get your hands on a very well-equipped Macan S for tens of thousands less than that, although highly recommend to choose a cool color like papaya metallic. The world has too many silver and black SUVs. It's also worth noting that companies like Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz offer performance SUVs that match the Macan S on paper, and also at lower prices. But when the tires hit the pavement, the Macan continued to lead. No small SUV drives as well as this one. And of the 3 new Macan models on offer, the S offers the best balance of power, quiet and price.